The back and forth between Ilia and Terence Crawford just keeps on going, and things are heating up once again. Crawford made an appearance on the Ariel Helwani show yesterday, and he made it very clear that he has no interest in fighting Ilia. According to him, Ilia is nowhere near the level of Conor. He went on to say, "Honestly, you walking out to his song, did you not know that was the song he always walks out to? To be real, I've never even seen this dude fight. I'm not worried about him at all. I didn't even know who he was. When he saw me at the UFC, he came up, shook my hand and said, 'What's up?' I didn't even know who he was. Then I see him online saying he'd knock me out in the first round, talking this and that. If he really wanted to fight me, he had the opportunity to tell me right there, like, 'Hey man, I want to fight you.' Instead, he went on lying. That's fake." Crawford continued by saying, "If I don't like somebody, or if I want to fight them for whatever reason, I'll say it to their face. I'm not gonna hide behind a keyboard, then start claiming I'd knock this dude out. That's not how I do things." When asked if Ilia genuinely wanted the fight or was simply chasing clout, Crawford replied, "I definitely think he's clout chasing. He'll probably step in the ring for the right check, but I don't think he's serious. To me, there's nothing to talk about." When pressed about whether this new buzz could interest him in the matchup, Crawford didn't hold back. "For what? What would I even get out of fighting him? People bring up the Floyd versus Conor fight, but don't ever compare Ilia to Conor. Conor was up here. Ilia is way down here. I don't know this guy. I've never seen him fight, and I watch a lot of MMA. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm slipping. Maybe he's good, but I've never seen him. Tell him to keep up the good work in his career. I wish him the best, but I'm not interested." It didn't take long for Ilia to fire back. On X he wrote, "You say you're an MMA fan, but you don't even know who I am. Interesting. The first time we met you told me, 'Good luck this week with your fight. Your memory fails you, and soon your chin will too. I'll represent the entire MMA community. Pound for pound #1 in real fights versus the pound for pound boxer.'" He didn't stop there. Ilia followed that post with a short clip captioned, "You're literally an idiot." The tension between these two continues to build, with Crawford brushing off the idea of ever fighting Ilia, while Ilia insists that this is a matchup that represents more than just himself. He's painting it as MMA's best versus boxing's best, and he's not letting go of that narrative. This war of words has taken on a life of its own, even as Crawford claims he's not paying attention. The disrespect on both sides is clear, and as each man doubles down, the rivalry grows stronger. Now move on to our third big story. Robert Whittaker has weighed in on the middleweight title picture, and his take might surprise some fans. According to him, Nassourdine Imavov absolutely deserves the next title shot against Khamzat, no matter what happens in the upcoming fight between RDR and Brendan Allen. For Whittaker, the debate is over. He explained that his opinion had shifted after taking a closer look at Imavov's recent run and the level of competition he has faced. "You changed my mind," Whittaker said. "Imavov is 100% worthy of the next title shot regardless of what happens with RDR and Brendan Allen. And I think so, yeah, I think so." Whittaker pointed out that Imavov's track record is nothing short of impressive. His last performance in particular stood out to him as a defining moment in the Frenchman's career. Imavov's track record has just been stellar, and his last fight was outstanding to see, Whittaker said. "I think he deserves a shot." For Whittaker, the case is clear. The combination of consistency, strength of schedule, and the way Imavov has handled himself against elite opposition makes him the rightful #1 contender. But Whittaker also admitted that his earlier perspective had been skewed. He explained that when Khamzat first captured the belt, there was a lot of buzz around RDR. The UFC had highlighted RDR heavily, and that influenced his initial stance. "I think my perspective was kind of skewed because of how behind the UFC got with RDR when Khamzat won the belt," Whittaker said. "They brought him into the octagon. They had the camera on him. The commentators were talking about him. They were hyping him as the next title shot holder. That kind of attention naturally tilted the conversation and made it seem as though RDR was clearly the next in line." However, after reading fan comments, listening to the broader discussion, and re-examining the facts, Whittaker changed his view completely. "After paying attention to the talk, I think Imavov 100% deserves it," he said. "His track record is great. His last few fights he's only fought high-caliber top 10, top 5 guys, and he's been winning against them. That's exactly the kind of resume you want to see before someone gets a title shot." Whittaker's acknowledgement carries weight given his own history as a former champion and longtime contender in the division. He knows what it takes to climb the ladder, and he recognizes the difficulty of consistently beating ranked opponents. For him, Imavov has checked all the boxes. The message was clear: Imavov's time has come. So while the UFC middleweight division continues to evolve, with RDR and Brendan Allen preparing to battle and Khamzat reigning at the top, Whittaker believes the next challenger has already earned his spot. In his view, Imavov has done enough, and no matter the outcome of other fights, he should be the one standing across from Khamzat in the next title fight. Let's move on to our next big story. Anthony Hernandez is officially out of his scheduled fight with RDR at UFC Vancouver, and stepping in on short notice is Brendan Allen. The announcement came after Hernandez confirmed on Instagram that he had suffered an injury that forced him to withdraw from what was shaping up to be one of the most intriguing middleweight matchups of the year. In his statement, Hernandez expressed disappointment and gratitude, making it clear how difficult the decision was for him. He wrote, "As you've all probably seen, unfortunately, I've had to pull out of my upcoming fight due to injury. I want to sincerely apologize to the UFC, to my opponent RDR, and to everyone who was looking forward to this matchup. I also want to thank Brendan Allen for stepping up. It means a lot to my fans. Thank you for always tuning in, supporting me, and riding with me through everything. Right now my focus is on getting healthy so I can come back stronger than ever. When I return, I'll be ready to make a statement." Those words show just how much Hernandez values the support of his fans and the opportunity to compete. For him, it's never just about fighting, it's about leaving a mark every time he steps into the octagon. Though sidelined for now, he made it clear that the comeback will be big and that he intends to prove himself even more when he returns. On the other side, Brendan Allen wasted no time reacting to the news. The middleweight contender took to Instagram as well, showing excitement and confidence about stepping into the fight on short notice. His message was short but powerful. He posted, "Ready to go. I told you my run towards the title started July 19th. I will show again I'm the best middleweight in the world. Keep doubting new 2022. Allen's willingness to jump in against a dangerous opponent like RDR proves what kind of mindset he has right now. He's hungry, motivated, and focused on climbing the ladder toward a title shot. Accepting a fight on short notice is never easy, especially against a high-level grappler and submission artist like RDR, but Allen seems unfazed. He views this as yet another opportunity to solidify himself as a top contender. For the fans, this sudden change brings a new layer of excitement to UFC Vancouver. While Hernandez vs RDR was already a compelling fight, Allen's addition adds fresh intrigue. The clash of styles remains fascinating. RDR's world-class jiu-jitsu and grappling against Allen's well-rounded aggressive approach, and with Allen stepping in late, the stakes feel even higher. This development also highlights just how unpredictable MMA can be. Injuries, last-minute changes, and replacement fighters often reshape cards, but they also create opportunities. Hernandez now shifts his focus to recovery, determined to return stronger, while Allen gets his chance to prove that his momentum is real and that he belongs in the championship conversation. At UFC Vancouver, the stage is set for a showdown that few expected, but one that could have major implications for the middleweight division.